Hey everyone, welcome back to the 6th Gear channel. I hope everyone had a great Christmas and a happy new year. For starters, in this year, we're actually going to dive into a 2021 G63 in a matte finish. It looks amazing, and I'm finally glad I got my hands on one because they are a hot commodity now and the prices of them have just skyrocketed. So without any further ado, let's take a look at it. Alrighty, so diving into the Mercedes G63 2021 model year. I love the whole new redesign they did with the new redesigned, I think it was in 2020 itself. I like the halo lights at the front. The body angles have clearly stayed the same, but they've updated the interior a lot to make it look more modern as opposed to more of the traditional style look on the inside. However, we'll dive into the front here. This one is a pretty loaded option. There's not many options that are missing on it, but we'll start here with the front. So of course we have the newly updated halos at the front here. This one does have the option to bush bar, but there is some AMG like matte finishes on it. It does have a matte black exterior finish on it. So on the front bumpers, the wheel liners, which we'll get to, the wheel wells, and the bush bar itself is all in a matte finish. I like the bush bar at the front here, just makes it look so much more aggressive. I like how they've actually added that matte finish as well. It just kind of breaks up a little bit of the gray, but I like the bush bar. I just think it looks a little naked without it. It just looks so beefy at the front. I mean, when you just kind of stand right here at the front of the truck, that bush bar just makes it look so much more aggressive, but the boxiness of the car is just, it's got a really good presence to it, that's for sure. You do have a 360 camera here at the front. This Mercedes logo houses your safety features like your adaptive cruise control. There is a camera right up there too, but that's why it's not, you know, a see-through. It's got some plastic gloss black around it. But overall at the front of it, it's just got a great presence. Like I mentioned, I like the waterfall grille too. You do have some parking sensors, so one there on that side. You got two in the front and the one over on the passenger as well. And the hood stayed the same pretty much. They've just kind of updated a little bit of the front here with the grille and then the headlights, but the hood itself is beefy, pretty big. I like how they still have your lights here on the side. Just makes it look more classic G-Wagon style like, and the sloped almost 90-degree angle window at the front, but we'll get to that. That is pretty much it for the front. Let's dive into the motor itself. Okay, so diving into the power plant of the 2021 Mercedes G63, we are equipped with a 4-liter bi-turbo V8 producing 577 horsepower and 627 pound-feet of torque, mated to a 9-speed auto transmission. Proven motor that's got a lot of power. 0 to 60 is in 4.5 seconds, which is incredibly quick for a truck that weighs a lot. I'm not 100% sure on what the weight is on this one, but it is a heavy truck to begin with. So going to 0 to 60 in 4.5 seconds with this is pretty cool. You do also have the person who manufactured the motor here. So shout out to Alexander Carzares. If you see this video, nice job on the motor. That's pretty much it for the front end, people. Let's take a look around the G-Class. Okay, so coming across the vehicle itself, like I mentioned, you do get the black, matte black finishes on the exterior because it does have the exterior element package. It does have the AMG Night package as well, so there are a lot of black options here, but we'll start here with the fender flares here, so all cased in black. I know it's a little snowy, but you can see it's black. We have 22-inch 7s twin spoke rims here. The tire size is 295/40 R22s, and they're sitting on Pirelli tires. One thing I also love is the red brake calipers. The brakes on this are massive, especially looking at this front caliper here too. I like the red and how big it really is. Big meaty rim and tire itself. I believe these are summers though, so if you're in the winter, you may want to upgrade to winters. We do also have your running board here. You have the V8 bi-turbo here to let everyone know that you're driving the AMG version of it, not the base. Your mirror is encased also in black as well. This color is my favorite color. It is a G Manufaktur color, which basically means there's more customization to the G class. It is a Platinum Magno Gray matte finish, and it just makes the truck look so much better. I truly love this color. Coming over to the side here, you can see that we do have the AMG Tipped Exhaust. The exhaust always come out the side. Since we're already beside the car, let's actually take a listen to the exhaust. Well, I don't know about you, but that sounded pretty wicked. The bottom tire itself, you do have, they aren't staggered, so you got the 295/40 R22s, which is a massive rim like I mentioned. You can only put premium gas in here, minimum octane recommended, well, required is 91, just to let everyone know. And one thing before we actually get to the rear of the truck, Mercedes has kept the sound and how manual getting into the car is. And what I mean by that is when you open this, because G class is so known for this, you open it and then when you shut it, you always hear that sound. And there is no keyless entry to get into it. It's still manual, which I feel like a lot of people still wanted the G Wagon to keep, because it's just that tradition. When you get into the car, you slam the door and you open it like it was back in the 70s when it came out. But that's pretty much it for the side. Let's take a look at the rear. Alrighty, so coming into the back of the G class, we can see that the back bumper is black. It's got that matte finish like I mentioned. One thing I truly like actually is you can't see the rear wiper. It's covered in the wheel, which I think makes it look a little bit nicer as opposed to having a wiper there. You see. But I like the way the back is. It's very boxy, like I mentioned. Obviously, you can see that from the back and the sides. You have LED tail lights and reverse lights as well. You do get some parking sensors back here too, and it does have a hitch in the back. Towing on this, from what it says on the tow hitch itself, is 7,000 pounds. I like how they do put it right there, saying that you can tow 7,000 pounds rather than you going to search somewhere on the internet or a brochure saying, hey, this can tow 7,000 pounds. You just look at the trailer hitch and it lets you know right then and there. Big tire, you get a full big size tire in the back. Now going into the back here, you can just push the button and you can open it up just like that. This interior is something we'll go over, but it is a G Manufaktur Bengal Red interior, which is definitely one of my favorites. This is my favorite spec G Wagon. You get the carbon fiber, which optioned interior trim. You get the leather door handle, that bangled stitched red interior, which we'll go over. And as far as the trunk space, it's not too bad. The headroom is incredible, by the way, especially if you're a tall individual. Seats do go down, so it kind of makes a little bit of a flatter surface. And you do get the sunshade back here, which you can close. But nothing's really changed for back here. You do get, which is pretty nice, a household plug. Get some nice all-weather mats for back here, and that is pretty much it for the back. You can open this up only about 90 degrees, so that's one unfortunate thing. You can open it up a little bit more, but I mean, it's probably not the end of the world for most people. You're not going to be putting tons of things back here, I assume, but that is it for the back. Opening and closing it is a little heavy, so you got to make sure you shut it and slam it because it will not shut properly. The rear camera is also back here, so if you see this in the back, that little mechanism pops out and the rear camera appears, so it kind of keeps it a little bit cleaner. That is it for the back. Let's actually take a look at the rear seats themselves. Alrighty, so opening the door, it's such a great sound, honestly, and coming into the back of the interior of the G Class. Sexy, beautiful vehicle, I have to say. We'll start here with the door panel. There is pretty much no plastic on this car at all. I mean, you're paying a lot of money, so I would assume you wouldn't get any plastic, but you never know. Even the locks for the doorknob, or the locks for the car itself, they make a fantastic sound when you lock them, but they're actually encased in a nice little silver trim there. All leather on the top. You get this nice little window switch here as well, red stitching, and then you get that nice Bengal red interior, all nice brushed aluminum all across. You get the Burmester sound system, you get the carbon fiber trim as well, and all down here is all soft touch. Like, it's just incredible the attention to detail they actually went through. Heated rear seats added into the back too, and the door itself is nice and sturdy. Coming into the center here, again, that red Bang & Olufsen, not red Bengal interior from G Manufaktur kind of carries throughout. You do get your also own climate back here, so you can control your fan speed, but nothing too crazy. We also have a 5-volt down there with some room for an ashtray. Got some more storage here. It looks to be some speaker mesh here from what I can see in the back, but overall the interior quality is absolutely amazing. I have to credit Mercedes for doing that. Down below, there's nothing too much. We get an AMG lit up door sill, and then we have also the all-weather mats back here. But as for the interior goes, it is just absolutely stunning. Everything here is all nice and plush. We do also get some cup holders back here too for your two passengers. One thing too to note is at night it is absolutely also beautiful because of its interior lighting. The interior lighting is by far, in my opinion, the best in its class, and I think it looks absolutely awesome. You can kind of see a little bit there, but we are in the daytime, so you can't really see so much. But that is it for the rear. Let's take a look at the cockpit of the G63. Alrighty, so coming into the cockpit of the G63, we are greeted with that same type of look, just a little bit of a bigger door panel itself. You get that nice, brushed aluminum look all around. You get the soft touch material. Your windows controls are all beautiful as well. Over here is that red interior, carbon fiber, red stitching. All of it's nice down here. Even the Burmester down here is beautiful. Up here is the other one as well, speaker. You have your controls here to control your seats, and then this has your climate comfort seats, so heated, cooled, lock and unlock. But overall, it's just absolutely awesome to look at and touch. We'll come over to the seats themselves. The headrest is also really nice to lay your head on. AMG logo right here, and as we carry throughout the bottom, it is just beautiful to look at and feel. You do get an AMG door sill lit up down below. You get some controls over here, your light controls, parking brake down there, and even when you even feel down here, like even your knee pad here, all of it is just beautiful to touch. I mean, they haven't cheaped out anywhere that I can see, unfortunately, because I wish I could say something, but I just can't. Even the paint is just beautiful. Like, it even comes into the door here. Like, usually you wouldn't see that, but here it's just beautiful. Even right over here, you get a G-Wagon Shuckle approved. I probably butchered that, but that's what it says there. The steering wheel feels awesome. Even the whole interior, which we'll go over, looks amazing. But that's it before we hop in. Let's take a look actually inside the truck itself. Okay, so hopping into the G-Class, we are greeted with a massive screen. I believe this is a 24-inch screen because it got two 12-inch screens, and I think when they added this, it has just made the interior a lot more nicer to stare at. But we'll start here over on the left. I like the vent controls here. They look awesome. They're nice to the touch. You get your speakers also up here too. And the dash itself is very small, as you can see. Nothing too big. It's also got the G Manufaktur lettering right over on the passenger side, so it tells you that it does have a more upscale interior because you get a G Manufaktur. It's more customization rather, pretty much. All that red stitching carries throughout. You can see in here too, there's some carbon fiber trim, which is a $5,500 Canadian option, which is pretty expensive. But we can take a look over at the passenger door as well. Looks awesome. Everything in the interior I feel like is really nice to the touch. Now we'll start here with the steering wheel. The steering wheel is pretty normal. It's not an upgraded steering wheel by any means, but I like the feel of it. Feels nice. 10 and 2 feel good. You got your nice paddles here on the back side. This is the updated steering wheel too. So this one does have the AMG drive unit, which you can control just your exhaust here and your suspension if you'd like. Which is a nice feature. You can also control it via this little knob here, and then it shows you on both screens kind of what's going on, and then you can also control it down here on the dynamic select. So a lot of places to upgrade your G-Wagon's driving capability in 3 spots. We'll start here also on the left. This is your adaptive cruise control here, which you can control. Just click this here, and then you can be able to control it. You can see the little icon down below. This is your touchpad here, which controls your front infotainment in the steering wheel. So you can control and change different settings here, which you can leave that like that. Keep it more analog looking, or you can go control this if you like. Tons of ways to kind of upgrade your driving experience. This is I believe this is the classic look. You can change the speedometer look just by going into the settings, which I like. This is my favorite setting. That's that. I'm going to take the fog lights off, but I like the setting. It looks awesome. Over here on this side controls this screen, which we will get into. You have your window controls, and then your parking and reverse drive controls on the right side. So that is that for the front here. I like the AMG down below. Everything here feels nice to the touch, feels good quality, and very sturdy. Now, coming into the unit here, it is not a touchscreen, so when you touch it, obviously it's not going to work. I like how they actually have kept in the G-Wagon the knob here, and then the touchpad. I'm not a huge fan of just having the touchpad like you see in the GLEs and the GLSs. I like how they kept this. I feel like it works a little bit better. So obviously controlling, let me just move the camera over here so you can see my actions. You can go into the home button, and that will give you obviously your home function. One thing that I truly love is controlling the lights. So you can see maybe a little bit of the lights over here. All the lights go into the screens. It lights up the cabin ever so smoothly and beautifully, I have to say. You do get, let's see if we go to seats over here, you can also get massaging seats added onto it when you're driving. So I'm going to do, let's see here. Oh, interesting. You got a ton hot, relaxing back. Let's do it. Ooh, that feels pretty nice. Alrighty, so that's that. A lot of ways to control the screen. Obviously, you can just control either the touchpad or you can use the dial. I like the dial the most. Now, if we go home, let's see here, go home. We're going to go to radio, and we will just leave it on the infotainment. I like the screen. It looks nice. You got the nav and you got the audio. I won't really play with it too much, but you can also see your climates down below. Once you move the climate here, it will show up obviously in the screens here. It is dual zone climate as well, so that helps you out a lot. If you have another passenger, you have your locking diffs here as well, which G-Wagon always usually does have there. Here's the carbon fiber trim, which I like. It looks awesome. It is a nice upgrade, but it is expensive. These are also your hotkeys to control the screen there. So if you want to just go to like nav really quickly, you hit nav button and it will go there, and then you can go to radio quickly and it goes to here. So nice little feature there. Your engine starts over here button, and then your auto stop start is to shut the truck off, which I don't really like too much. But that is it for the center stack here. Down below, like I mentioned, you can control your dynamic select here, so your driving capability of the vehicle, manual mode, suspension changing, traction control. This kind of makes the exhaust a little bit more louder, opens up the baffleting in the exhaust, which is nice. This will get the truck to park for you, which is interesting. And then this low range, I'm not really sure what that button is, but if you do know, please let me know so I can let everyone else know. Now we'll open this up here. So we got some storage down below, which is great. A lot of nice things down there. Nothing too crazy. But that is pretty much it for the interior. When we look up We don't get a full panoramic moonroof, but it is a nice Alcantara roof liner, and then even the handles here are encased in leather, which is beautiful, I do have to say. And then up here you can see, like, this is beautiful, like beautiful quality speaker up here. It's just nice. Like, they haven't really cheaped out. The only plastic parts are just up here for your lights, and then your yeah, that's pretty much it. The mirror also looks pretty good. And one thing, like I mentioned, is the window. It's very slanted, almost 90 degrees, I would say. I feel like, though, that the previous G-Wagons were maybe a little bit steeper, but I might be wrong. But that is it for the interior, everyone. I think this is absolutely stunning inside and out. They have really killed it when it comes to interior quality and interior looks. I think it is a beautiful spot to relax in. You got your massaging seats, you got heated, cool seats, you got a lot of great creature comforts. But that is it for the interior. Let's take a look outside and give you my final thoughts. So that wraps up my review of the G63. This vehicle is amazing. There's really no part of it that I hate. Though actually one part I hate is the gas mileage, because the gas mileage does suck, but you're not going to be buying this for getting good gas mileage. I think it's 14 liters per 100 kilometers combined, so whatever that is in miles per gallon, you can search that up. But everything about it I love. The styling of it, the performance of it, the interior, the new designed interior is amazing. I think it's just an overall stunning vehicle, and if you are in the market for one, I mean, you're going to be paying a lot of money if you haven't factory ordered, but it is truly an amazing vehicle to get into and drive. The experience is next to none. You really don't get it in any other SUV. So that wraps up my review of it. If you guys have any questions or anything that maybe I missed, please let me know in the comments. But that is it for this one. We will see you in my next video. Cheers.